Hey guys, so if you watched the last video, you watched me talk about how Tesla has had this amazing climactic run in the last few weeks. We also talked about how the bases on the left side of this climactic run look dramatically different than the bases on the right side of the run. The stock reset by going through the 200 tick moving average, causing a lot of the weak buyers back in the previous bases to sell out. After the shakeout, the stock rallied 100 points and set up a new base that looks a lot better than the previous ones. I told you guys yesterday that I was going to buy right as it was moving out of 820. And I wasn't able to buy at 820. So the pre-market, you could see that the pre-market happened in this gray zone right here, that it actually broke out before that. Let me go down to a little smaller time frame. All right, so this is a 15-minute chart. So this was this morning. I actually woke up around 5 a.m. and the stock was already trading. Yeah, it was like right here when I woke up. The stock was trading around 8:36. And at first I was like, "Oh my gosh, I missed the spot that I was going to buy it at." But I realized that this stock it's in the 800, it's priced above $800, so a if I was going to buy it at 820 as it moved out of these highs, then 20 points higher would only be like a 2.5% loss. And I usually like to keep that within 5%. If I miss a breakout and don't get it right as it's breaking out into new highs, I like to buy only if it's within 5% still. If it's anything more than that, then the stock is extended and you're taking a lot bigger risk because you don't have a solid base for it to come back on. Even though I was buying it up at the 840 level, I I didn't let it. I had my stop in the same place. My stop would have been right back, kind of a little bit inside the base, of probably around 810 would be pretty good, and that ultimately just adds on to more risk because I'm gonna take a greater point loss than I would have if I bought it at 820 and it broke through that. So basically throughout the whole day, right when the market opened, it spiked, and it spiked all the way up to $860. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. We're going to go down to a 5-minute chart, and then I'm going to just look at the last trading day. So this is it breaking out in the morning. Right when the market opens, which is right here, it dips a little bit, and then, or actually it spikes immediately. Then it dips, undercuts the base that it made pre-market, still holding on to it, giving it a little room. Like I said, my stop would have been down around this level back on the previous base, but it undercut this base and then immediately rallied to the high, basically the high of the day. It actually didn't even go through that until after hours. The whole rest of the day, this stock was trading within this range, making a nice base. The longer the base, the more reliable it is what I think. And the whole entire day, you can see that it got up to the 860 level once here. It almost got up to it again right here within 2 points. And then at the very end of the day, it traded. I mean, if we zoom in on this, it probably traded to the penny almost to 860. Um, and then right when the market closed, spiked a little bit, based out, and started trending up in after hours trading. So my whole trade, let's see, I can show you my actual trades. I ended up buying at 5:05 a.m. 30 Tesla, and then I bought one Tesla option at a strike price of 900 on the 21st of February. I bought one Tesla call option with a strike price of 1,000 for the 28th of February, And that was my trading um, just for Tesla today. And so far the trade has worked out. It did what I thought it was gonna do. It broke out of that base that it had been making down in here. I bought it right as it was coming out. Within 5%, I think it's around 2.5% is where I actually bought it at 5:05 a.m., which is right there. And then it kind of traded in this range all day today. Trended up, stayed above um, this 50 length 50 moving average, and in after hours it went up. So tomorrow it's gonna, if it stays above, or if it keeps trending up in pre-market, it's gonna gap up a little bit, and we'll see how my option reacts to that, and um, my stock price is gonna be really good. But yeah, if we look at Tesla, I had one call strike price of 1,000 at expiring the 28th of February, one at 900 expiring the 21st. I ended up selling that right as the market was closing because since it's expiring so soon, the time value on that is going to start rapidly decreasing, so I didn't want to take the risk on that. And then I actually have one put the 21st of February at 6:30 that I bought way um, out of the money because just to hedge some of that risk if it does take a huge decrease for the day. But yeah, I actually made $2,200 just on that one trade in Tesla. All right, now I'm going to talk about, so how do we play this going forward? So if you're thinking about buying it right now, at least pre-market or after hours trading, it's trading all the way up at this level right here, around 880. So if you're thinking about buying it, I would definitely not buy any shares up here because you're just taking too much risk. There's the base that it has to fall back on is all the way back down in here, and so you're just going to be taking way too much risk if you buy it up in here. That to say, if you did buy it as it was breaking out of this nice little base, um, I would suggest holding it probably for the next couple days, or at least seeing how it plays out tomorrow. I think what can happen is that we might see Tesla's stock retesting some of these highs in here. If we go to a five, let's just see a 5-day chart. Actually, we're gonna have to go back further than that. If we go to, let's go to a 10-day, 30-minute chart. So yeah, okay, here's the high. We're right here right now. I think this stock is gonna probably either tomorrow or the next day end up retesting this high. If we see it get up to here and it immediately reverses, I'm going to be taking profits because a lot of times stocks retest the high and then they either reverse and then have to build another base and then break out from there. Um, but this is definitely going to be a spot you're going to want to watch right when it's at this 960 level, because if it does punch through, I think it could probably have another couple hundred points in it, maybe even trend up to a price over 1,000. But it's really unknown. As a stock investor, you're not a fortune teller. You're just reacting to what the stock is doing at the time it's doing it. Your opinion is changing every second you're watching the stock. You're never getting emotional and um, and letting your emotions dictate how you're trading. You're reacting to the stock and what you're seeing and the data that's in front of you.